Hello. Yeah, want to talk about the definition of accounting. As we have said in our previous videos, that we're going to take it one step at a time. We are not going to rush our work here. We are not going to be in a hurry to see everything. No. We are going to take our time to ensuring that everybody understands what has been done at the end of the day. Everybody achieves and everybody is able to get things right. Okay, now accounting is actually a very simple subject to understand, but there's something I want students to get straight right here and now because sometimes they get confused when they see in textbooks writing bookkeeping and accounting. Most textbooks will write bookkeeping and accounting, financial accounting. Most times when you study, you'll be saying bookkeeping and accounting. Please, let's get this understood by each and every one of us. We call it bookkeeping. It's called bookkeeping because you keep the information you have recorded as an accountant, or let's say as a cashier, or someone who is working somewhere or somehow. But most importantly, transaction takes place, right? As long as transaction takes place, as long as buying and selling takes place wherever you are, okay, money is involved. That's the most important thing in accounting profession because we don't talk about accounting where money is not involved. Money is involved here. Is that not so? Now, in bookkeeping, in book and keeping, it's a book. You have a book with you and you're keeping a particular record in check. Do you understand? Now, when money also is involved, that is what you're trying to record. Transaction has taken place. And you are recording a particular transaction. You are recording a particular event that has been created. That is what bookkeeping is all about. And you keep this record for reference purposes. You keep this record for future purpose. So in bookkeeping, we are able to record information. It's a very, very sensitive phase in accounting that involves the record of transaction of a or at a particular event and at a particular time, either in a systematic manner or in an appropriate way. So for you to understand, we just want you to know that bookkeeping, we call it a book because the work must be put or kept in black and white. You record things in a paper form. Also, this platform self might even be useful or very important to non-students, people who are not even going to school. Businessmen are also invited in this platform. You are going to use this platform to even learn so many things and how to handle your businesses. Yes, you're all invited and you have a right to make comments. Everybody has a right of this platform this time around because the way I'm saying it, the way we are going by this platform, everybody will learn from this. Okay, so it's a learning field after all. So that's by the way. So bookkeeping, you record information, you record transactions in a systematic way or in the manner you have understood. If you have a book, if you have a textbook that you use, you will see how information are recorded according to the events. So in bookkeeping, it's a special phase that transactions are recorded systematically. That is what bookkeeping is all about. And that's why most times you begin to see bookkeeping and accounting. Then most people will be like, what is the essence? What's the difference between bookkeeping and accounting? Please, we are speaking the same language. In bookkeeping, we want to record, okay? Accounting goes beyond bookkeeping because it is what has been recorded in that book that accountants are going to use, okay, to interpret the report that has been recorded in the book. Get it right now. It is what has been recorded because it's a systematic way of recording transaction and information, okay? After transaction has been recorded successfully, it is in that successful record of information that accountants are going to be able to analyze. They are going to be able to interpret the information that has been recorded. They are going to be able to say, okay, well, can we classify this information in this manner based on this event created? It is in this recorded work that accountants are going to say, okay, let's classify this report. Let's analyze this. Let's communicate it. No matter how much you have done something, communication is key. Can you communicate reports to users and non-users? Because there are some people, like now, I just said earlier, that every other person is invited into my videos. Everybody is invited to learn. Can you communicate your information, the accounting profession, to users and non-users? To those who don't understand accounting, can they learn from you? That's what we call users of the information and non-users of the information. That is what it's all about. So accountant will be able to interpret the reports. Accountant will be able to classify, analyze, and communicate this information. It could be to managers. You could be a manager somewhere, somehow. How do you manage as an accountant? What are those things you look up or out for as an accountant, as a manager? Yes, you're a manager of a particular firm, of a particular organization, of a shop, of a business. How do you manage the records, the works as a owner? How do you manage the inflow and outflow of funds in the firm? How do you do your checks and balances? How do you ensure that things are done in the warehouses? The stock control, there's what we call stock control or stock inventory. As a manager, how do you control all of this? All these checks, how do you put them in place? This is what you do when you manage as an accountant. Accountant helps the managers to be able to understand what is expected of them. Do you get it now? Now, apart from being a manager, we have what we call employees. You're an employee, you also use accounting information to do some of your work. How do you handle accounting information based on your work and based on your salaries? How do you manage? How do you weigh all of this? As long as figures are concerned here, yes, we have what we call investors. If you want to invest today, how do you go about it? How do you go about investment process? You want to invest in a particular company. What are their going concern? What are their long run and short run programs? How do you involve yourself into investing in a particular company that will yield results, that will yield profits, okay? That will yield a lot of gains at the long run. These are the things you need to understand as an investor. Then how do you cope as a lawyer in accounting information, as a banker? How do you deal with all of this? You will now come to realize that the study of accounting is generalized to all. It's not just for a particular purpose. It's not just for a particular area. It's general because at the end of the day, monies are involved. At the end of the day, buying and selling is taking place. At the end of the day, commerce is involved. So that is why the study of accountant or accounting is very, very paramount to everyone. To be able to understand how monies will be spent, how monies are spent, okay, how monies must be managed. Yes, that is what we do in accounting information. So in our next video, we are still going to talk more about the study of accounting, its importance. We'll still continue. We are not through yet. So we'll still continue with the importance of accounting in our next video. Thank you.